What's going on, guys? Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. This is probably not going to last long, but Astral Radiance is back in stock on Pokemon Center. Now, me personally, did I go crazy over this set when it released? No. Although the Machamp alternate art is absolutely stunning, as well as the Palkia and the Dialga, and of course the Beedrill, which I think is probably my favorite alternate art in this set. I did not go crazy on this set. I didn't see the hype. Same with Lost Origin. I was just more a sucker for Brilliant Stars and chasing that Charizard, which you guys know that didn't happen. Anyways, this is back in stock on Pokemon Center. Should you be buying it? Should you be jumping on the bandwagon? Probably. In my honest opinion, there are tons of sales on eBay that show these boxes selling at 160, 170, 180 cases for upwards of 1,000. So it's a no-brainer, honestly, in my opinion, to go ahead and buy this box. Well, Ryan, they clearly added the supply back. They can just keep doing this. No, they can't keep doing this. This is going to be a short period, in my opinion. I think it's going to be back off of Pokemon Center. In my opinion, there's not a lot of stock left of either Astral, Brilliant, or Lost Origin. Maybe Silver Tempest, I'm guessing, probably has the most. I think that Silver Tempest is probably the most slept on set that's on Pokemon Center right now. But honestly, just the fact that these boxes are already selling at a premium makes it a good value buy on Pokemon Center. Now, here's the other part of this, okay? Because I've already told you, I think this box is a great buy. I think buying it for $143 is a good price. I think if you can get a case, and Pokemon Center, if you check out with 6 boxes, they will ship it to you in the case, which is awesome. But I would highly recommend getting a case of this if you can. A friend of mine let me know, shout out to Derek for letting me know. You are the homie, always letting me know when stuff comes on Pokemon Center or there are opportunities to buy this stuff. He let me know, and immediately I was like bummed out because I've already bought a case plus of Astral Radiance for over MSRP. So I've already spent more than the MSRP. So for me, and I also got a couple boxes for MSRP as well. But I just thought, you know what? If it's taken off, let's go ahead, invest a little bit of money in this. I've been so heavy set on buying Grail cards and vintage that I haven't paid any attention to modern sealed product. And so I'm starting to slowly but surely get back into the grind of that. And so when this restock happened, it was like, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta go all in again. So I went on Pokemon Center, and instead of trying to check out Lost Origin and Brilliant Stars again, which I've been trying to do and failing every time, I tried just Astral Radiance. Again, it gave me the same error that I was unable to check out with those boxes. Now, I don't know how many of you are experiencing this issue. I'm surprised that I only saw like a year-old post on Reddit talking about how horrible Pokemon Center is, but I love Pokemon. That's no mystery. Do I love Pokemon Center as a medium? Absolutely not. It is complete crap, in my opinion. Every time I go on a Pokemon Center, I have some kind of issue, and I've only been able to check out a few times on Pokemon Center successfully. Whether there was high volume or not, I tend to have issues on Pokemon Center. I really am curious more so about this video if other people are experiencing issues the way I have, because I was a customer. I was ready to go ahead and buy another case of this, including another case of Lost Origin and another case of Brilliant Stars, and I was unable to check out with any of that. Pokemon Center, Pokemon Company International, please, someone share this video to Pokemon Company. Maybe they'll reach out to me with a private agent and actually help me buy their product for retail, which, I feel like I'm begging for Pokemon product at this point for retail, which is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. And not only that, the customer service is kind of a joke, guys. This isn't just an angry rant. I'm not angry right now. I'm just disappointed, right? It's like when a parent tells you, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed, and it's that much worse. You are the biggest franchise, arguably in the world, for collectibles and trading cards. How are you unable to put enough money into having a good system that is reliable, that gets collectors and players that product effectively? Like, how is this happening? How are there issues? I don't understand it. It's definitely not just me. talked to a couple friends of mine that are having similar issues. I'm very curious if you guys are having any issues. I would definitely like to hear from you guys. If you've been trying to check out and it's not allowing you to, if you've just given up on Pokemon Center as a whole, or if you've had no problems with it and you've checked out multiple cases. I do have one suspicion that because I ordered cases, they're not allowing me to order those again, or because I ordered a certain number, let's say 6 boxes, it's not letting me order again. The only thing I actually tried shopping on my desktop and that didn't work either. I've tried private mode, incognito. I've tried using Diana's phone. I've tried shopping out as a guest, and then going back and forth through my profile, cleaning out my cart, re-adding my cart. Nothing seems to be working. So personally, I don't feel like I'm missing out big time on the restock on Pokemon Center, considering the fact that I'm still unable to get this product. Meanwhile, it is still drying out on the secondary market and becoming scarcer because people are either stocking this away, holding on to it, or they're trying to sell it quickly. I'm sure a lot of people today especially were like, okay, I'll sell. You know, somebody counter offered me, finally willing to sell their box, and I declined because I saw that, you know, my friend had told me that it restocked on Pokemon Center. So a lot of people are also trying to get rid of their stock now, seeing that it restocked. But rest assured, I don't think it's a big restock. I don't think it's gonna last for very long. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised with all the volume of people shopping on Pokemon Center on a daily basis, and then on top of that, people already talking about Astral Radiance and being available on Pokemon Center. Everybody and their mother, in my opinion, is trying to check out with this Astral Radiance box right now. And I would imagine that a lot of people are having no luck checking out for the same reason that I'm having, which is just that I think there's way too high volume. The system, the website's already kind of buggy and glitchy to begin with, especially when there are special promos like the Van Gogh promo and the special delivery Charizard. That's when a lot of people jump in and really hope the site is dependable. And that's when it lets people down the most. I'm honestly shocked that I was even able to check out and get my Van Gogh Pikachus, which is another video that we have coming up. The downfall of the Van Gogh Pikachu. Tragic really, but is something that I'd been talking about since the release of Pikachu. If it wasn't going to be more printing of the card, it would end up being the high pops, bringing the card value way down. So we're going to talk about that in an upcoming video. And of course, this video anyway is going to be a day late because I am a day ahead on my upload schedule. But still, I think the information will still be the same. If Astral Radiance still happens to be on Pokemon Center, if it's still there tomorrow, I'll probably try again tomorrow to check out. But chances are that it is going to get cleaned out immediately just because the hype train has already left the station and everybody is hyped up about these Sword and Shield sets. So yeah, if you can get Astral Radiance, highly recommended. Highly recommended. I think that this set has a lot to offer in general. Is it, going to be out of print? Is it going to be harder to get your hands on? Are people still opening this product? Is Sword and Shield just a great era to invest in altogether? Sure. But this also would be a fun set to open if you're just wanting to buy a box to open it up. It would be a fun set to open. There's a lot of alt art possibilities. There's the trainer galleries as well. It's got a lot going for it, I will admit. And while I wasn't a huge fan of it off the bat, I also didn't play Diamond and Pearl, so I don't have as much of an appreciation, especially the people that grew up with Diamond and Pearl and were playing it adamantly. They probably love Dialga and Palkia, and that's just not, they're just not Pokemon that I really relate with very well. They're definitely growing on me, but that was my main reason in the beginning for kind of passing altogether on Astral Radiance. And I'm kind of kicking myself now for sitting on it. One, because I've already paid more than retail to buy the boxes that I just purchased. But two, just because it sat and it sat and it sat on the secondary market, on, Pokemon Center. It sat for what felt like so long, at a reasonable price point, right? Cases were $600 for such a long time, $700 for such a long time. And I do regret not jumping on that sooner. But I had other goals in mind, and I've almost accomplished my collection goals as a whole. And that's something that's far more important to me than making money and stocking up on modern booster boxes. These things are everywhere. They're not going anywhere. We could even see a major price correction. We could see a retrace that happens. Another concern that I have is I just bought a ton of Battle Styles, is that Battle Styles, there's way more product out there than I can imagine, and the reality is that there's plenty of product probably left on Pokemon Center, and then they might even restock it on Pokemon Center after it sells out, if it sells out. So I have some very genuine concerns regarding Battle Styles, and of course Battle Styles being kind of the least popular set in Sword and Shield right now in terms of buying, investing in its market. I would say Silver Tempest is going to get bought out way before, but you know, I'm hoping that happens. I'm hoping that everything sells out on Pokemon Center and it's just left with Battle Styles, because as soon as that happens and Battle Styles is your only option, that's going to send the secondary market prices up, which is what I'm expecting. And then once it sells out on Pokemon Center, that'll send the prices probably in the 150, 160 area. That's what I'm guessing. So it'll be interesting to see if that happens. But again, today is about Astral Radiance and me thinking that it's probably a solid investment, and if you can still get it on Pokemon Center and it's not buggy like it is for me, and you can check out, I would highly recommend going on there and trying to check out a couple boxes or a case, whatever you can afford or whatever you want to buy. I think it's a good set to buy into, especially if you're trying to complete one of every Sword and Shield box. It's kind of like at retail, way after the fact of when it released, it's still available. If you can buy it for retail, do it. But yeah, and then of course the bigger issue of this video, which is really Pokemon Center, they gotta get their act together. Like, whatever is going on over there, they gotta get their act together. Why I even have to fill out my payment information every time is kind of ridiculous. It should, like eBay, have that on file and saved so that I can seamlessly check out whenever I feel like it. I am very frustrated with how much. So I said I wasn't frustrated or upset before, but actually that's a lie. I am frustrated and upset because I've spent way too much time on Pokemon Center trying to figure it out, trying to order it, trying to fill stuff in over and over again. I have wasted time, and my time is valuable, and so that really ticks me off. The Pokemon Center had me wasting a bunch of my time trying to check out items over and over. Which brings us also to another piece of this video, another piece of this topic, which is that you might pay a little bit more than retail when the set releases. Like, you might pay a little more than it's worth right when it releases. But at the end of the day, buying cases or booster boxes right when it releases is still probably going to be cheaper than waiting and trying to time the market and waiting for it to be scarce, unavailable, taken off Pokemon Center, and then you're scrambling, you're trying to figure things out. You're also spending more money. You might FOMO like I did into buying some boxes for over the MSRP on Pokemon Center. So there's a lot of stuff that comes with also waiting and trying to time it. When it's just, honestly, I've always operated this way, and sometimes I've spent more than I needed to. Again, Scarlet Violet Base is a perfect example. Silver Tempest, perfect example. I was buying boxes of Silver Tempest for $150 when that set dropped, when it first came out. And while that'll probably be okay in the long term, right now you can still get boxes on eBay for probably $130-ish. Maybe even less than that. So I just think, and then Scarlet Violet Base, everyone hyped the heck up out of Scarlet Violet because Sword and Shield was so phenomenal, or I shouldn't even say phenomenal, just a pandemic hype bubble. It wasn't even that Sword and Shield was so incredible. There were a lot of things that were very bad about Sword and Shield, but it was just that there was all that hype and the pandemic time and the boom and that market. You know, we were driving into Scarlet and Violet hoping for the same results in Scarlet and Violet, and so I ended up paying way more than I should have per case of Scarlet Violet Base, which recently I've also bought a couple more cases of Scarlet Violet base just to bring my average price down a big chunk. But at the end of the day, I think it's better to buy this stuff sooner than later, and then you don't have to deal with trying to time things out. While people are scrambling to buy product, while they're trying to time things like I am right now, you can be the person that bought early on for dirt cheap and didn't wait things out or wait for the prices to really kind of come down to their absolute bottom. You know, you bought maybe a little bit higher than that, but now, you know, while people are trying to find this product and FOMOing into it, you can be the smart guy selling your boxes at a premium that you picked up for slightly more than the very bottom of the market. People that have been in this hobby for a while can definitely relate with what I'm saying. People that are new to the hobby have a lot to learn and are most likely going to learn the hard way. And, you know, I try and give as much information and advice as I can, but ultimately there's a lot of people, myself included, that just don't learn anything until they make the mistakes or do things for themselves. So that being said, I wish you guys the best of luck on all of your purchases on Pokemon Center. I definitely want to hear if everybody else is having issues the same as me on Pokemon Center. And we can share that frustration together. And then I am, you know, looking to hear what people think is coming next. Is it going to be Brilliant Stars? Is it finally going to sell out on Pokemon Center, or will it be Lost Origin? Or will both of them kind of disappear at the same time and it'll leave us with Silver Tempest and Battle Styles as the last choices on Pokemon Center? Anyways, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. Peace.